it's funny because this is the third country that I'm doing this. I did it in Italy, in Argentina, and now I'm going to Spain and Mexico and keep doing what I believe that is going to help us. One of the things that I don't know how I was born as an artist, that's how my brain was wired. And you wonder why art has something to do with medicine. What is this related to our health? And I tell you what is after all my life is studying and merging science and art, I will explain what is the meaning of this art and medicine. So, colors, this is colors, right? And our environment is color. So everything is around us is color. So I put it in a piece of art. But environment, which is color, affect our health. 90% of our medical problems is coming from a bad environment. We didn't learn that in medical school. We thought, well, it's just bad genes. Bad genes. So you crucified to have bad genes, so now nothing else that you can do. Well, no. If you live in a positive environment, and we're going to go into that, I'm going to put all the science and everything in 45 minutes. It took me all my life to do this, but is the bad environment will make you sick or healthier. So what I did is I want to, every time that you see one of my pieces, it's going to make you aware that environment will help you for better or worse. So it's just a symbolic meaning. My painting is a symbol of awareness that allow you to get better. And this is, I'm going to go through this. So Enzology is I created a little bit egocentric. I use my nickname. So I said, let's put it all together. Let's do a fusion of everything: art, psychology, nutrition, spirituality, especially epigenetic. Epigenetic is a new science that allow us to understand that the environment change the expression of our DNA. And our DNA in ourselves is the one that produces good or bad protein in our body. So I create a formula. It's not the Einstein formula. It's kind of a romantic formula. But I say love is light, life, and environment. So love, my definition of love is the most powerful force of the universe, the language of our soul, the one that fuels empathy, kindness, compassion. It's kind of the divine source, the force of the energy source, or you can call it God. I call it love. It's the same. The origins of everything. That's why I said that love is light. Why love is light? Because without light, there's no existence in this planet. So if you remove the sun out of this existence, you die. And the sun gives us the color. Without color, there is no light. Without the sun, is no life. That's why I say that love is light and life. But the life that gives us the love and the light is enhanced by a positive environment. And that's when I come into the concept. So, this is boring. So light is just by waveform, frequency, energy. That's you don't need to know that, but I had to explain. So this is the sun. The sun reaches our planet, and this is where we see the spectrum of light. This is different frequencies. So the sun give and when it comes to planet Earth, give different frequency of energy. This is the good one, this is the bad one. So, but this is what our brain interprets as a color. Light is energy. Everything is energy. We are an energy vibration being. We are energy. From the moment that if we can manipulate our energy, believe me, you don't need doctors. So light transforms into chemical energy. As soon as the light comes in, go into the retina and goes to the brain. Remember, our eyes is a piece of brain sticking out. That's what the eyes are. It's just a piece of brain sticking out. It has neurons, which are in the retina. So the light goes into the eye, and then here we go. This is the reason that I am here today because of epigenetic. It's a new relative field saying that the environment, which is colors, this is the primary color, this is the secondary colors, change the expression of our DNA. Our DNA is the protein factory in our body, in our cells. And we are made of proteins. We have 10,000 proteins, and that's why we are alive. And I'm going to slowly explain what proteins are. And this is very important. Positive environment, which is your thoughts are the internal environment. The external environment are the places that you are, your relationship, the place that you work. That's the environment. It changed the cell. The environment changed the cell expression and then create good proteins. A positive environment changed the cell to make us healthier. This was not taught in medical school. So the DNA is a spaghetti going around inside the cell, and this is it's a small portion of the DNA is called the genes that allow us to be us, and it produces protein in our body. That's what the DNA is. It's a protein factory, and this is very important to understand where I'm coming from. This is another boring slide, the cells, the nucleus, the spaghetti inside, and the DNA form, they entangle inside and form the chromosome. And the chromosome, you know about the chromosome. The chromosome, they have the sex chromosome, the female and the male, and the one that allow us to have no hair or long nose or short and big. Those are the expression of our own chromosome. And this is important to understand that the protein are the source, the DNA form the protein. So, our thoughts, which is the internal environment, and our external environment, which is the place that we live, the thing that we do, will create good or bad protein. Remember, the environment change the DNA. The DNA produces good or bad protein. So this is the protein. What is protein? Protein, there are different types of protein. The lipase is the one that makes you better digestion. The collagen is the one that keeps you young, is the skin. So those are the protein. The hormone, the insulin, and this is important, the immunoglobulin. The immunoglobulin are the protein that allow us not to be infected. So it protects us against infection. That is called immunoglobulin. So if we live in a good environment, we generate good protein. And one more time, the internal environment, your thought, the external environment, the nutrition generates protein. Clear. Now, because I'm talking about the chromosome, I want to tell you something fascinating. At the end of the chromosome, this is the chromosome, is an X. At the end of the chromosome, there's a portion, it's called telomere. This telomere is, I will not bore you with this. It's very technical, but it's very important. When you are 20 years old, this telomere is very long, allow us that the cell divide. Every time that the cell divided, then we live. When we die, the cells stop dividing, then we die. So the skin divide, we have new skin every 2 months. So your skin will replace in 2 months. When you are 20 in 1 month, when you're 50, 60 in 2 months. The heart will replace in 3 years. So we are a different human in 3 or 4 years. Different cell. We are the same, but different cell. So this is because of the telomere. And there is an enzyme. So the longer that the telomere are in the chromosome, the longer that we live. Because the cells can divide longer and longer. When you are 80, the telomere is shorter. So there is an enzyme that a Nobel Prize discovered that allows this baby here, this telomere, to live longer. It's called telomerase. It's an enzyme. So this is what happened. If the enzyme allows this telomere to be longer, then the pharmaceutical company loved that idea. I say, hey, let's make telomerase. Let's make this enzyme allowing the telomere to live longer so people live forever. Well, it's not that easy. It's not that easy because they put it, obviously, the pharmaceutical company loved the idea to live longer and better. But no, it never really got into the FDA approved. But the fascinating thing that I'm telling you this, because this enzyme that allows the telomere to live longer and we live longer and better is increased by a positive environment. So that's the pill that you have to be with good nutrition, with exercise, love yourself. It's difficult to love ourselves. And gratitude, this is allowing the cell to live longer. That's fascinating or what? That then it decreased this enzyme by negative environment, poor nutrition, lack of exercise, no purpose in life. We don't have any purpose without sooner. That's the anatomy of the chromosome, how to live longer or shorter. So let's move on. Jump into another subject. Slowly I'm going to introduce, took me all my life to understand. You don't have to understand this, What is reality? What is reality? It's the collapse of the wave function by the observer. What? So this is the universe, everything. We are 99% of energy. So we are empty matter. But the empty matter is formed by a field of energy. So we are an energy machine. So this is the small portion, the quantum physics, quantum mechanics study the tiny, tiny, tiny portion of the matter. This tiny, tiny portion of the matter is called neutron, electron, proton. Those are the tiny portions. When we observe those matter, it materializes. So this is energy. We observe, it materializes into matter. It took all my life to understand that, but there is this is the main reason that we are the creator of our own reality, because we materialize our reality based on that concept. I will go on that later. Now, there's a great YouTube, Dr. Quantum. I explain all these very complicated things. When somebody tell you that understand quantum physics means that they don't understand. That's how difficult it is. Not even Einstein understand quantum mechanics, because Newton thought the matter is a predictable things to, matter is very predictable. No, it's not predictable. Matter behave in different way. And I'm going to keep putting it together, all these complicated subjects. So here we go. Matter is 99% of energy. So that is the reason that we are a spiritual being in a physical body. So this is just the envelope. But we are made of soul, mean energy. That is the reason that medicine doesn't cure anything. What? I am a dog. How can I say that? Well, because we are made of energy. When we take a pill, we change matter. We don't change energy. We change matter. So pill relieves symptoms. We are the cure ourselves because we can change our energy. Medicine doesn't change energy. Maybe spirituality, praying, or believing in yourself will change ourselves. No a pill. But you have to take a pill. If you have major depression, if you have diabetes, if you have cancer, yeah, it's okay. But we are the cure. So, all in the universe is energy. Everything is energy. So, we create our own reality, but we materialize our desire. When we want something, may happen. And I tell you how it happened. That's why you have to aware. We have to be in tune the way that we feel and we think. And how come? One of the things I always say, that the universe, you can call it God, or the universe, or the energy field, doesn't understand English. It doesn't understand English. It doesn't understand Spanish. It doesn't understand the language. Only understand vibration of energy, because we are energy. So we can create our own health, feeling and thinking differently. If you want to attract beauty, you have to be beauty first. To be healthy, wealthy, and inner peace, you have to feel it first. And I tell you how it works. So everything that our external reality is the mirror of what we have inside. What we have inside is what we have outside. It's not the opposite way. So I always been taught that a cause produces an effect. You have to work hard to be wealthy. No. You have to feel wealthy first. You have to feel it first. Or you have to fight for the love. No. You have to love yourself first. Well, you have to fight cancer. No. You have to be healthy first to destroy the cancer. It's the effect that produces the cause. That is so important. They cannot change the way of looking the body. So that is why it's so important that belief and having faith is so crucial for our health. Change the chemistry in yourself. Just believing, change the chemistry of yourself. That's kind of the definition of placebo. Some people don't like the word placebo, the power of intention. Let me tell you something about this. When a pharmaceutical rep come to my office and explain that I had to give a new drug to my patient, I look at the drug, and in order for the FDA, the country, the police of pharmaceutical company, allowing a medicine to be approved, they have to be better than placebo. And I'm fascinated by placebo. Why am I fascinated? Because placebo is the biology of belief. If you believe, then it happens. If you believe, then it happens. And let me tell you why it happened. Look at this. You can have multiple personality. Let me tell you how powerful is believing. One personality, you are the same individual, but you have multiple personality. One personality can be allergic to penicillin. The other personality will not be allergic to penicillin. Now explain to me that. Now, there's another thing that I want to tell you. It's called the sham surgery. Why do I mention that? Well, you have 100 people with knee problems. 50 of those people, they open, and they put a new knee, they close it, get better. The other 50, they open and they close, they don't do anything. The patient doesn't know. close to 50 or more percent of the people that they didn't have the real surgery, they get better. That's how powerful is believing. That is the reason, if you teach people how to believe in themselves, I go bankrupt. So the mind is affecting the matter. That is the reason, that's why I talk about quantum physics, or because our mind is affecting. If you believe that you're sick, you're going to get sick. Most of my patients are in my office, and they really are sick because they feel sick, but they can never get better because they feel sick. So this is important. We have to be in synchronicity. So we are an electromagnetic field, electromagnetic. Our thoughts are electricity. What? Yes, they are electricity. Our feelings are magnetic. So we are electromagnetic field. So this by electricity means we are vibration of energy. If you have gratitude, appreciation, or you visualize yourself into something good, then you have to feel the same way. You cannot feel positive and in your heart it's not really how you feel. Then there is no synchronicity. So we are electromagnetic field. We think and we feel the same way, then it happens. Then we are in harmony. Now, what happened the opposite? We live in fear. We live in fear, which is common. This is the society that is fed by fear. So we have aggression. We don't have self-love. But we want a loving relationship. It doesn't work because we are in no synchronicity. We are in no harmony to ourselves. Why? So we are a big antenna. We are an antenna. So we send the signal to the universe and it comes back to us because we are an electromagnetic field. We're a big antenna. The universe intelligence we're going to get whatever we feel and think. Now, the universe always, here we go again. Universe, one verse, always manifests our thought. So if you're not happy the life that you have, if you're not happy, you have to change reality. That's it. So we have about 16,000 thoughts a day. Tomorrow you want to be different. You want to have a different reality. Well, guess what? Tomorrow, 80% of those thoughts are going to be the same than yesterday. There is no way that you can change reality when you have the same thought pattern. So in order to be different, in order to have a different reality, you have to change your pattern of thinking. It is insanity having the same reality when yesterday was the same thing. Impossible. So to create a new reality, we need a new neural path, because when we start thinking and feeling different, then this is happening. You start changing the synapses of your neurons. You have to do that to change your life. I had to put this because we are made of two essence, our brain, heart, and gut, which is your thought and feeling, and consciousness, which is the house of our soul. Now, why do I say brain, heart, and gut? In medical school, we are taught that all this chemical stuff come from the brain, the serotonin, the dopamine, the acetylcholine. No. Our main source of serotonin, dopamine, and acetylcholine, all these things that is so important, is coming from the gut. When we have a good nutrition, then we generate good substance. The serotonin, when the serotonin is low, we get depressed. When the dopamine goes low, we get Parkinson. When the acetylcholine goes low, we start losing the memory. That is the reason that we have to eat healthier, stop eating plastic, and then we get better. You feel better. In my book, it just came out in English this week, I mentioned that there are food that improve your mood. There are food that improve our memory. That is why I think that there is a connection between brain, heart, and gut. It is a pathway that you cannot disrupt. And in order to have positive thinking, you have to eat better. I call it love a positive energy. It has high vibration of frequency. And the way to reach that is with gratitude, happiness, joy, clear harmony, being in omness. So it's the natural state of being. Evenness is just a human creation. It's not a natural force to be evil, you know? Love is a natural force. Our cells in our body, our cell doesn't survive. Our bad cell, cancer, doesn't survive when we have this in our body. When we have love, you can call it whatever you want. I call it love. Our bad cell doesn't survive in a good. The love killed the bad cells. The love kills the bad cells. The opposite, when you are in frustration, rage, anger, fear, you name it. Those are negative, those are low vibration of frequency of energy. Those create bad protein, cause cancer. That's why I believe that fear is the cause of cancer. You will not hear that from doctor. Honestly, I do believe that fear is the cause of cancer, which is plenty. Well, there's many reasons for that, but we can get into that. In my book, I talk about chakra, feng shui, nutrition. Chakras is not recognized as Western traditional medicine because are energy. So chakras are the different type of energy, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, the 7 energy center in our body. We have to harmonize that in order to feel better. I talk about that in my book. Then feng shui. What is feng shui? Well, feng shui is how you position things in your house, and it's based on 5 objects: fire, earth, metal, water, and wood, and each subject represent different things that you're missing in your body. I go that deeper in my book. And nutrition. So the reason that with age is not chronological. So when my patient asks me, how old are you? I don't have age, I tell them. What do you mean you don't have age? I'm made of energy. How can I die? If energy cannot be created, neither destroyed, how can I die? We are energy. And the reason that I say that, because we are soul, we are a spiritual being, that you cannot kill that. You cannot kill the energy. So aging is based on our lifestyle. That's why I mentioned 3 things: exercise, meditation, nutrition. I'm talking about soil in my book because our food is coming from from soil, and based on the soil quality that's what we eat. The soil, the burger that your father or your grandfather ate is not the same burger that we're eating today. Why is that? Because modern agriculture, we are filling with GMO, genetic modified organisms, the fertilizer, pesticide. So the food that we eat today is not the food that we ate 50 years ago. So that will bring heart problem, cancer, obesity, and that is in the rise, So I talk about nutrition. The darker the food is, the more substance, more antioxidant that we have. Now, so the phytonutrients, those are the nutrients of the nutrition that we eat. I mentioned this is in the wine. That's why people love wine. And it's healthy. This is the flavonoids, which is another nutrient. It creates antioxidant. Now, a little bit boring slide, but I tell you why I had to explain this. Because we have good cells and bad cells in our body. As the cell age, as the cell start dying, it creates what is called free radicals. But when we have bad food, that we eat bad food, then we create more free radicals. So this is the good cells, this is the free radicals. So the free radical, it destroys the good cells in our body. And I'm going to explain that in a short time. So this antioxidant, everybody say, take this, is antioxidant. What is antioxidant? Well, the antioxidant is a good guy that gives the electron to the bad guy and this is stable, this is not stable. This is create good cells, this is create bad cells. So this good guy gives the electron and become good guy. This bad guy become good guy. So that's where the antioxidant does. This is the antioxidant, this is free radical. That's how things work. So free radical, more free radical that we have, the bad boys, the more ill, the sick that we get. And those are triggered by smoking, stress. Some stress as a big one. That's why I have a business, because a lot of stress in this society. Processed food, refined sugar, air, polluted, refined carbohydrate, alcohol. Let me tell you something about alcohol. What is the healthy amount of alcohol? My response is none. Oh, no, the French and the good life no. And obviously, the industry will go bankrupt if they know that. But the alcohol goes through the liver, and the liver produces this substance. It's called acetylaldehyde. I don't know if I pronounce it right because my language. Acetaldehyde. So it's an enzyme. Alcohol metabolizes and produces this substance. That's carcinogenic. Alcohol goes through the liver and produce a carcinogenic substance. The safe amount of alcohol is none. The problem is, but my grandfather died at 110, they were drinking all the life, blah, blah, blah. Okay. We create our illness not based on only what we eat, it's based on other factors. I always say one thing, that if you eat an organic carrot by yourself, alone, watching toxic TV, is worse than you are in a long table with a spaghetti and meatball, laughing in Italy, South Italy, laughing and having a good time. The digestion is different and better. So the organic carrot that you live by yourself, alone, isolated from society, is good. But the environment is horrible because they feel the way that you may feel. Differently if you are in different environment. My father is from South Italy. I can tell you the way that they eat. It's horrible. It's all carbohydrate, but they live to be 100. Why is that? There is a beautiful documentary in Netflix. Those mention the 5 different countries that they live over 100. One is Italy, Sardinia. You have Nicoya in Costa Rica, Loma Linda in California, Okinawa, and Ikaria in Greece. Those are the 5 countries that live. And why people live over 100 in those countries? But first of all, there is no nursing home there. They live in their life. They live with the family. They live with their family, so they receive love until they die. They exercise. They move. They get out of the house and they have to walk up and down to the bakery. They eat carbohydrate, but they exercise. The food is different. The table is not that big in Okinawa. It's lower, so they have to really go down to eat. The more that you move, the longer that you live. The more that you move, the longer that you live. Now, stress produces this cortisol there. Increase blood sugar, make you old, anxiety, blood pressure, immune system, memory problem, digestive. Stress is the number one killer. It's silent, but it's the number one killer. It's good to have a stress, but when we have too much stress, we have all these problems. Lack of energy, sleeping problem. And what happens when we have this too much stress? We generate bad cells. It's called free radical. And it's fascinating to know that too much free radical is linked to all this: Alzheimer, Parkinson, diabetes, MS, multiple sclerosis, arthritis, cancer. That's how important it is to be in a good environment. Oxidative free radicals. Exercise, here we go. Normalize your cholesterol, increase your heart rate. It's a beautiful antidepressant because why do you feel good when you exercise? Just a regular walk. Because our endorphin increase in our brain, the serotonin increase. Exercise is what Prozac is doing. Prozac is doing the same than exercise. Increase the serotonin, that's it. Improve our sleep, reduce stress, and I love meditation because meditation allows us to be in the present time. Difficult to meditate sometimes, but the cheapest way to meditate is just concentrate in our breathing. That's concentrate. When you concentrate in the air in and air out, you cannot think. Too much thinking is bad for you. I was recently, recently, I was on vacation. I was lying down in the pool, silent, beautiful weather. And all of a sudden, a lot of parrots came in the air and started making crazy noise. The parrots, hundreds of it. Then I thought, that's what we are. Our mind is in peace and quiet. And all those parrot, crazy birds are our thoughts. The thought, this noise is the thoughts. Too much thinking make us ill. It's fascinating to know that meditation, 3 weeks of meditation changed the structure of your brain. Is that fascinating or what? Can you believe that? Meditation can change the structure of your brain. Here we go. We almost end here. So the pill on the wall, this is a house that I made it. So the pill is my art, the wall is the environment. Remember, my art is a symbol of getting better. When you see a McDonald's thing, the yellow and the red, you think in McDonald's, bad food. When you look at my art, thinking health. It's just it's a symbol. When you have a cross in your chest, mean that you have Christ in your life. That's a symbolic meaning, very powerful. My painting, I wanted to do the same. It's a symbol of health because it's color and it's all what I told you. So I create a house. It's called a house of color, the pill on the wall house, Enzology home. Then that's the house with the right color because the environment is so important for you. And every color has a meaning. You see, colors are not universal. Colors are not universal. The red, for you, the red is passion, love, sex. Well, in Russian, it's communism. The white, the color white, in American, purity, celestial, you get married with that, the white. In China, it's death. It means the funeral, they dress white. Well, in America, sometimes it can be a funeral when you marry the wrong person. But anyway, so the pill, this is, I create a restaurant. The restaurant, I kept it open for a year. Then I ended up closing, but I created a new environment in the restaurant with my paintings. And this is the 3 primary colors. This is the primary color. With this color, you make this color. But with these 3 colors, you make all the rainbow. So this is the one in English. This is the one in Spanish. In English, the Spanish here, improve your environment and you will heal. Now, this is the chapter in the New English Version. Is the key of happiness. Epigenetic and living longer. How to improve your mood with food. How affect the behavior. How to improve Alzheimer, improve your memory. Those are the subjects that I talk that are important for me and my patients. So, and in my book, I put a lot of affirmation. This is one of my affirmations. The mind is the biggest canvas for creation. You can create anything that you want because of your mind. Obviously, when you are born, you become domesticated by the system, your parent, the school. So who are you in reality? Are you the person? What kind of person are you? Well, some people start waking up. Some people never wake up. So I just wonder, I kind of was born to do art, became a doctor, but in actuality, a lot of people, when they retire, they discover themselves, oh, now I'm going to do what I love. Well, I don't know if it's too late, but they cannot move, they cannot think. So I like, never is too late, by the way. Never is too late. The medical pharmaceutical company hate me. Pills relieve symptoms, our body cure illness, really. Our body is the one that create health. The pill help, but it's our body that put the final signature on it. What you think, you become. What you think, you become. This is it's fun to, to be content, satisfied, fun. Those are the social rules. The system will tell you how to be, fun and how to have fun, but in actuality, that's no happiness. Happiness, joy, peace is an inner rule. I call it universal rule. So two different things. So it's fine. It's okay to have all of the above. What I'm saying is, you can have everything that you want, but you can be miserable. A lot of wealthy people are miserable, by the way. So, and this is the thing that the five things that I recommend to be aware. Love is a positive energy, high vibration frequency. Our cell doesn't survive in high vibration of energy. It doesn't survive. So faith is crucial. Believe in yourself. Believe whatever, but believe is powerful. Genetic, the environment change your genes. That's why I'm coming into that on the Pill on the Wall with my crazy formula. The exercise and nutrition. Those are the 5 things. And this is, I had to say, and why are we here? Why we are in the planet Earth? You know why? Well, we are an energy field. We create not to worry. So we think to grow, not to doubt. We have emotions to attract, not to reject. And we live to joy, not to suffer. That's why we are in this planet after all. Hippocrates, Eileen, did I say the word right? So Hippocrates said medicine is the noblest of all art. Let food be the medicine and medicine be the food. That's my favorite actor. I'm done. Thank you.